I am your host, the marvelous Mike Dudley, joined as always by my co-host and younger brother,
MD3 Marcus Dudley checking in on you. What's going on out there in podcast land? Feels good to be back in the chair from the shadows of Doak Campbell Stadium live in Tallahassee, Florida. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. You know, been trying to stay busy, pretty much. That's about it. We're getting in a busy season at work, so it's going to be a lot more of that. And other than that, just been trying not to lose my friggin' mind.
Yeah, that's usually a good step in the right direction, though. That's a good step in the right direction. Why don't you go ahead and plug our lovely intro music, who always puts in the hardest of work. We didn't hit y'all with a plug last week, so we're going to try to take care of some business up front today.
Shout out to Kesta for Always Bright. You can always check them out wherever you get your musical items. And you can reach us here at whatyou'vebeenwatching@gmail.com.
What you been watching podcast at gmail.com.
I'm sorry.
So we'll get it right.
What You've Been Watching podcast at gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook at Dudley Bros Podcast, or you can just search for What You Been Watching.
Yeah, look for the colorful banner done by the great Matthew MKD Art. So here's the $1 million question, my brother. What you been watching, man?
Well, it's October, which means it's officially spooky season.
It is.
I have a tradition I'm trying to uphold. Where I watch a scary movie every night for the month of October. So
it's ABC Family.
ABC Family? What?
They do 30 Nights of Horror, and they do like Hocus Pocus on one night. They do 30 Halloween movies in a row.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or it's Freeform now, but yeah, that's what ABC Family's done. 31
Sweet.
nights of whatever. Anyways, doggy style.
Yeah. So I've been watching, just been watching a bunch of horror movies. You know, it's still early. Let's see, got into the 1931 version Dracula with Bela Lugosi. It's great. I thought it was, for being as early as it is in film technology, they're doing a lot of really special, wonderful things, like laying the groundwork for every sort of horror movie and that's going to come after it. It's interesting because the whole movie is based off of it's not necessarily based off of the book Dracula. It's based off of a play of the same title. So it's basically a movie version of the play. And so the mise-en-scene and the way that they use cameras to capture the entire space, you know, make it look like a stage performance. And it's these very long shots, you know, down hallways and like lots of interesting dynamic between the foreground and the background in terms of, you know, where we're positioning our actors and how they're in a weird way, like they never turn their back to the camera. Like they're treating the camera like it's the audience basically.
Okay.
So yeah, it's this really weird, not weird in a bad way, but just weird. Like as someone who you know, studied a lot of theater and was, you know, a drama kid in high school, like, it was very easy to recognize, like, oh, they're doing a play. That's what this is. But it's great. Bela Lugosi is terrifying. He's literally, like, the very first image of, like, a vampire on screen. So everything that came after that is literally based on his work.
That was the he was one of the first Universal monsters, though, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was him, and then Frankenstein,
and the Mummy,
and then
the Invisible Man was technically one too, right?
Yeah, Invisible Man, and then eventually that they worked in to include. I mean, then you get the
werewolf,
creature, yeah, the Lon Chaney werewolf. You bring in Creature from the Black Lagoon. You bring in King Kong eventually, like all these, you know, tradition of, you know, Universal monsters.
That's dope. So, you ever seen Ed Wood, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that one.
Yeah. No, I like. Would you agree that when he's starting to call Boris Karloff, whoever the guy who plays Bela Lugosi in the movie, God, what's his name in Ed Wood? Either way,
it was wasn't it Max von Sydow that
played No. He was the actor who's playing Bela Lugosi, Martin Landau.
Oh, yeah. It was Martin Landau.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's sitting there calling Boris Karloff a hack. He's like, to do the Frankenstein thing, it takes, whoa. He's like, to be Dracula, it takes presence and gravitas. Would you agree with that?
Yes. In order to play, especially a vampire as iconic as Dracula, it's almost like stepping into the role of playing like a Batman or Superman or George Washington. You know, like there's or Hamlet. You know, there's everything that you do within that role is going to be compared to all the greats that have done it before you. It's sort of like a mile marker in an actor's repertoire. You know, eventually you play Hamlet, then you play Dracula, then you play the president in a movie, and eventually, you know, like you have these certain waypoints along your career of like, I have to play that role. You know, like.
Dracula is kind of a staple. Now, here's my question. In this real-life documentary about a blood-sucking creature, how many actual women and children perished during the making of this documentary, Michael? And how did they find this creature in these caves to document it in real time for us so we have historical accuracy throughout the rest of our lives? How many women and children and stagehands had their blood drained from their body
In order to make this happen?
in order for us to have a universal
you're
monster?
Confusing that with Vampires. No, not Vampire's Kiss. What was the Willem Dafoe movie where he played Nosferatu?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's a movie. I forget who it was directed by, but Willem Dafoe plays, you know, the old Nosferatu vamp, like literally. But he's actually that vampire, so they're just making a movie around him being this vampire thing. Like, it's pretty fucked up.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. I wish I could remember. I want to call it. I think it's called The Shadow of the Vampire.
Okay.
Yeah. If you get a chance to look that one up, it's pretty great.
No, I just wanted to derail. You got really deep into there with the mythology of Dracula, and I just wanted to derail it with irreverence. It was really what my whole game was.
I was flying too close to the sun, eh, Icarus?
Pardon me, y'all. I'm getting over the COVIDity, so I still have a bit of a lingering cough. So if you hear me cough at all during this, I'm trying my best to edit it out or do it around things. But it is what it is. We're also doing a new setup on a computer, so if levels seem a little off, bear with us. We're trying to get it right, but we ran out of memory on one, and we don't have an external hard drive, so we had to
do it on the fly.
Do it on the fly with another one. So
we'll dial it in. Don't worry about it.
Well, we'll lock it in. So just bear with us on this one, y'all. We appreciate it. So Dracula.
Yep.
Only seen the Bram Stoker, the
Francis
Coppola,
Ford Coppola,
yeah,
yep.
the Coppola film. It's weird in the film studies class. They did like you watched a fair amount, or you had to watch a fair amount of the actual Nosferatu, and it was mostly just a dude like gaunt, pale with fucked up prosthetic teeth, like looking and lurking at the camera, like and shit. Somehow still kind of plays though. Still kind of like not a lot. Like I don't think there's any dialogue in it or anything, but at least the part we saw.
Yeah, it's a silent movie. I mean, they used to have the old like phonograph play the the mood music and what have you,
right.
But. Yeah, the story of that movie getting made is so weird. The director wanted to do Dracula, and basically Stoker's family or estate denied him the rights to make a movie about it because they were holding out for more money. So he basically just made Dracula and just called the guy something else. You know, it's Count von Orlok or something like that. So instead of Count Dracula, it's just Count Orlok.
But the movie's called Dracula.
Well, no, it's called Nosferatu,
Nosferatu.
Which is just German for vampire. It's the German word for vampire. So
nice.
Yeah. So instead of just calling it Dracula, it's just calling it vampire.
Vampire. Yeah, that title doesn't play as well. Well, didn't Zachary Quinto play Nosferatu in the AMC series recently? Yes, he did. Why am I asking when I know these things? But that was called Nosferatu, and the way they had it spelled out was like Leet speak. It was like NOS4RTU.
Oh no!
I was like, oh man. Apparently, it was actually a pretty good show, but I don't know. I don't pay attention to stuff.
Sure.
I don't be watching stuff on cable. Yeah. Anyways, what else you been watching, brother?
Let's see. After that, I saw American Psycho.
Still have not seen it.
It is it's not necessarily a horror movie. It's more of a psychological thriller or It's basically Christian Bale is this 1980s Wall Street, what are they called?
Like a tycoon?
Yeah, kind of. Like he works for one of like hedge fund companies or like one of those type deals, but he's like one of those the revolving door of junior vice executives. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's always like the upper middle management. But basically, it's him devolving into his own psychosis and maybe murdering people. We're not sure. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it's Christian Bale just being an animal in every sense of the word. Just, I mean, it's really a study on toxic masculinity, especially given the through the icon the lens of like sex and business in society. It's almost like Keeping Up with the Joneses if he was also murderous.
Okay. Yeah, my friend Yaz is a huge Christian Bale fan. Shout out to Yaz. And he was on a big kick. While I was on my Johnny Depp kick, he was on a Christian Bale kick. And he watched it. So I've seen bits and pieces of it, like the scene where he's chasing the people around with a chainsaw and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I've seen parts of it, but never in its entirety. Because, I don't know, I got busy playing Mario Party 5 or something. I don't know. But no, it's one I've always wanted to watch. But I've heard, I think you described it aptly as just kind of like this, watching this de-evolution, this deconstruction of a character, and somebody's kind of slipping into madness that may or may not have been reality.
Yeah, basically the movie opens with him doing his morning routine, and he basically talks about, I do a pearl cleansing face mask with aloe vera and exfoliating bubbles and da-da-da-da-da. But basically the whole point is like, he's just constructing an image for everybody to look at. Like, there's no real... The character's name is Patrick Bateman. He says, there's no real Patrick Bateman. It's all this carefully constructed shell I've put around myself so that I can show you what you want to see, basically. And so, yeah, just... He's cheating on his girlfriend, and he's going on these drug benders and just, living this 1980s New York Wall Street life that eventually he doesn't feel satisfied in. He wants more and more, and he's always craving like these carnal, very animalistic cravings, and he decides to give into them in lots of various ways. And it's not really bloody or gory. It's just more kind of fucked up scenarios, just really sort of disturbing to think about, like, the possibility of that. I don't know.
That a real person like this could exist sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah. And that there are people like this that are, yeah. No, yeah, I've heard nothing. I need to sit down and watch it. It's on the list of things that I've been meaning to watch for an eternity. I haven't done it.
Yep.
I haven't done it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's cool, man. What's up next on the spooky list of things? What do you think you're going to tackle next?
It's definitely going to build up to, Hulu is going to release the new rebooted Hellraiser on the 7th, so definitely building towards that. So next, I don't know. I might try to watch a little bit of Twilight Zone episodes. I might get into maybe Alien or Silence of the Lambs. I'm not real sure. It's really all just going to depend on when I decide to start watching the movie and how late I want to stay up versus...
That's usually how it goes, man. My issue is I have to be real careful what I start late at night because I will fuck around and watch the entirety of something.
Exactly
at,
that.
Exactly starting at like midnight, being like, I'm not going to go to bed till 3 now.
Right. Exactly. So, I just got to time it. If all I can afford at that point is a quick like 88 minutes, like that's all I can do. So I can't do, can't start something like that,
I get it, man. I do. So anyways, what else is up, man?
That pretty much covers it for me, man. I haven't been playing a whole lot of video games lately. What you been playing?
Oh, that's a good subsection. Nice segue there. I've been on a 3DS kick. All the retro consoles are over here, so I've been playing pretty much handheld stuff. Dragon Quest VIII for all my scratch my JRPG itch, man. I still need to go and finish a bunch of games, but I do love me some Dragon Quest. My brother Matthew really is a huge role-playing game fan, especially like JRPGs. So he really put me on to like Final Fantasy and stuff. But my best friend John, when we were kids, he always played Dragon Quest 1, and he knew how to get Edric's armor off the rip, so he would always take me there. So I've been kind of a fan since then, off and on. And years ago, they released 8. It was like their big re-releasing into the next generation of consoles, and they did it on PS2, and it sold really well. It was a great game. But I got it on Nintendo 3DS, playing the shit out of that whenever I can, but It's been busy, man. We just moved into the new spot, and so shit feels like it never ends, man.
Yeah. It's a gorgeous place, by the way.
Thank you so much, man. But yeah, so it just never ends, man. We're still not like living out of suitcases, but there's just a million boxes and shit to unpack.
Right. How did I accumulate all of this crap? What do I do with it?
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. I did find out a gem, as it were, that was on HBO Max the other day.
What's that?
They had The Ladies Man on freaking HBO Max, dude.
Ooh, with the lady.
I was scrolling through, and then I look up and I see Leon Phelps' beautiful face staring back at me on the HBO Max screen. And I'm not capable of not pressing the enter button and pressing play. Because, one, I need to support it. I need them to know that there's an audience for this shit out there.
Correct.
And I am said audience. And so, yeah, I watched the entire Ladies Man on a whim.
And how many times does that make this?
I honestly couldn't count. How long is summer? That's 3 months. It was about every day of the summer for, 3 years off and on, plus once a weekend for, I don't know. No, it was probably several hundred if I do it. But I didn't realize, it's weird, like, of all the times that I've rapped in public or something like that, it may impress people. What consistently impresses people more is my memory of movie quotes. Like, if I've seen a movie a few times and you just throw out a line, it's like I just start diving deep into it. And I can damn near quote the whole freaking thing. And I do it all the time at work, and everyone's like, dude, I can't mention a movie around you because you just start doing the whole damn thing. And I caught myself doing it with The Ladies Man, so I just tried to stay quiet. But it's real, like, it's an active participation on my part to not just yell out the lines as they're doing it. To be like, fucking, it's hard not to do it here right now. But like, talk about debit, and no, that's the butt.
That's the butt.
Also, I like tennis. You're like, and I'll just yell out randomly, like, Kinko's, good people there. Every time I drive by one, and no one knows what I'm talking about, but it's all stems from that movie.
Dear Marcus, stop.
Yeah. Stop. The 70s are over. Stop. Or I dropped groceries the other day.
You're a very bad mailman.
That's exactly what I said.
And this is not from Jimmy Walker.
Yeah. They're like, can you help me get the groceries out of the car? Oh, I seem to be dropping all your groceries. I guess I'm a bad grocery getter. You are not you're not a clumsy. He said, no, I'm a clumsy grocery getter. You are not a clumsy grocery getter. You a bad grocery getter. And this is not from Jimmy Walker. I can't help myself. See, even then, it just pivots. But yeah, so I watched that movie and boiled in my seat trying not to yell out every line.
Bite!
Exactly. But no, my question to you is, and here's the thing. Where does this, because it is a Saturday Night Live movie, and it was actually one of their better sketches that actually, in my opinion, would have made sense to do it. There was enough of the character there that you could stretch it to 90 minutes.
Sure.
Now, it got critically roasted. Like, it's at 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. People hate The Ladies Man. Critically and commercially, it flopped. So, where does it rank in terms of Saturday Night Live films to you? And not counting Tommy Boy, while yes, that was Lorne Michaels produced. That was not a character based off of a sketch.
Okay, so it's gonna be actually
based off of a sketch that you saw there first.
Let's see. Starting at the top, I would probably have to say
we have a list over there somewhere.
We have a.
We do. Hang on just a moment. The list is coming. There we go. I got you right here, brother. This is your tax dollars hard at work that we don't benefit from. So I don't know where that came from. Anyways, so yeah, got a list here. All right.
Let's see it.
Do you want me to just yell them out and you rank them?
How many are there?
I think there's 12. Maybe.
12? Okay, yeah.
Bob Roberts is one I've never seen. Apparently it's Tim Robbins did it.
No idea. I have no point of reference for that one, so it's going to go right in the middle.
Okay, good call. It's the bottom of my tier because I don't know it exists.
Right.
So, okay. Wayne's World, the first one. Where do you put that in the rankings?
That's going to be pretty hard to beat. That's going to be probably number 1 or number 2 right off the bat.
Okay, what about Wayne's World 2? Would that be 2 also?
I mean, it's essentially the same movie, so
pretty much.
I mean, yeah. It really depends on which one I've seen more recently. You know what? I would say Wayne's World 1, just because we get Tia Carrera doing her punk rock thing, and I love that song. Her version of Ballroom Blitz is dope.
Yeah, it is. It is a good rendition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you would say Wayne's World on a scale of like A, B, C, D. Where would you put it?
Oh,
In terms of SNL, is that the SNL game?
Yeah. That would definitely be an A+ movie.
Okay. All right, Blues Brothers.
That's another A+. See, that would probably come in second or third, depending. Maybe just edge out Wayne's World 2, maybe just a little bit.
Okay, Blues Brothers 2000 though.
That's going to be a little bit lower, only just because, I mean, trying to recapture the lightning in the bottle that was the magic of the Blues Brothers. I mean, getting all those
minus a Belushi.
Yeah,
a good, very good Belushi.
Right. Why do they always take the good Belushis?
Exactly. What's they say in BoJack Horseman? She's like, assistants are like Belushi brothers. The good ones leave too soon, and the bad ones never leave.
That's a great line.
Yeah, Blues Brothers 2000 is pretty rough.
I mean, they did bring in John Goodman to replace him, so I love me some Johnny Goods. I don't hate the movie. It's just definitely not as good. It's basically like the only reason to watch the Blues Brother 2000 is just because you get more of the like soul and R&B cameos. You know, they bring in Willie Nelson, a couple of like
Erykah Badu's.
Exactly. So it's really just to check in and be like, ooh, who are they going to get for this one?
Blues Brothers 2000, playing on WGN somewhere in the near future in a local area near you. Check your local list.
Probably right now.
On Bounce. Hey, Bounce plays some good shit sometimes now, man.
Just scroll just scroll through your television channels or your cable channels and you will find Blues Brothers 2000 playing somewhere on there.
I'm so old school. I actually have a digital antenna set up and I check in. Bounce, I'm telling you, we'll play some good movies sometimes. I watched Idlewild on it pretty recently.
Nice.
Great movie. Okay, so Blues Brothers 2000, that's in the C-D range?
Yeah,
okay. What about, let's see, I'm going to skip that one. Coneheads. Coneheads was good, man. I liked it.
Maybe B-, C+, somewhere in there.
It's upper middle tier?
Yeah,
SNL?
yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely not middle tier, but it's definitely not pushing into good territory.
Okay, and now what about Superstar? The great Molly Shannon vehicle with Will Ferrell.
I mean, it's Molly Shannon and Will Ferrell. That's going to be probably a C- for me. Just how many different ways can you watch her fall down? I mean, apparently all the ways, so that's fine. But
I think it was one of those things where it's like they reward her and Ferrell for just doing so many, like, being on SNL so long, and they're like, we could cash this in for you guys, you know?
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, I apparently, like, the word on the street was like when Will Ferrell was working there, that's why he's the only one that has a best of volume, 3 of them. Like, he has 3 different best of volume. Because, like, everyone's saying when they worked with him, they were like, you didn't even really have to write for Will. He just came up with a character, and it was just funny. Like, week in and week out, it was just like, oh, me and Sherry O'Terry are going to be on screen for 5 minutes. Don't worry about it. Just roll cameras.
Right.
It was just like, fuck, man. Like, it's so
I
hard
need a cheerleading costume and a dead possum. Go.
Yeah, like, and that was his thing. So I think that was kind of like their reward to be like, here you go. You guys have been Sherry O'Terry, Molly Shannon. It was a good run on SNL back then. So Superstar, yeah, it's pretty bad in my opinion.
Yeah.
We get into also Night at the Roxbury.
Again,
in retrospect, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, well, even when I saw it was bad. I'm not a huge Chris Kattan fan.
You don't like Chrissy Katz?
Nah, he's alright. I mean, there's definitely been worse SNL members for sure.
Nobody touches the mango?
It's alright.
Yeah.
And I'll put it this way, at least he's not Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. I don't understand the love for that guy. Some people just rub you the wrong way. Like, it's just respect to him, whatever. He's popular, I get it, but like, ugh. You put a non-comedian on the Tonight Show, and it's like, watch us embarrass your childhood idols while we play children's games with them all night. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, word from our sponsor, The Tonight Show?
No, not yet. Yeah. Okay, so we got another one.
Definitely not anymore.
Not anymore. Stuart Saves His Family, which is, Stuart Smiley, which is a great character. The movie, I remember, like, we were at, I think one of my friend's parents or something kind of rented it for us when we were, like, young. They're like, oh, you guys, here's a movie so you can go, whatever, like a sleepover kind of thing, and it got rented. And I remember nothing about that movie. I remember, like, I'm good enough and don't get people like me and all that. And that was about it. That's all I remember from it, but that's just the sketch.
Yeah, right.
Like, there was nothing memorable about it.
So, obviously low tier.
Low tier. Yeah. And now
that's in the D, F range, maybe.
And now here's my favorite one, which Michael didn't even know that this existed till just a moment ago.
Oh my God.
Now there was a character on Saturday Night Live named Pat.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole premise of this character was it's a 3 to 5 minute sketch. And the whole thing was everyone trying to set this person up to figure out if it's a guy or a girl, a boy or a girl. And it's this androgynously dressed, pudgy kind of or ambiguously dressed, kind of pudgy, curly haired. And he talked like this, and you never knew if it was a guy or a girl.
Right.
I bring all this up to say that there is a movie called It's Pat.
Who was the player? It was
oh man, I can tell you. Give me 2 seconds while we kill loose air. No, there you go, Michael. Hit him with it.
Squee-ba-boo-boo-ba-boo-ba. Squee-bo.
That's from. All right, let's see. It's Pat. It's a 1994 film. It is Julia Sweeney.
Julia Sweeney. That's it.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That was gonna bug the piss out of you.
Yeah. Box office $60,000.
It made $60,000.
$60,000. 822.
Okay. Here's the and I'll tell you why. Because you can't stretch 90 minutes out of, is it a boy or a girl?
Please take your time, pause this podcast right now, and go watch the trailer. You did it?
Wasn't that goddamn miserable?
Yeah, imagine that for 88 to 90 minutes. That shit looks atrocious. But yes, that is an SNL
We must watch it.
I gotta watch this one, dude. I can watch anything once, and I'm gonna put it to the test. Yeah,
we have to. We have to see how bad this gets.
It's Pat the movie, dude. Go watch that trailer again. Yes, it is a real thing, and the whole premise is it a guy or a girl? They got the two dudes, and they're like, are you a brother or a sister? I'm just Pat. Oh man,
Jesus.
88 minutes of that's gonna be great. Anyways, on the next one you've been watching, the review of It's Pat, the roaring review. Okay, see, I ask all that question to give you guys some context. Now, there's 2 other movies that I left off the list because these to me are top tier. The Ladies' Man. It gets critically panned and for being this fucking dog shit movie, but it's a good character. And yes, I'm biased, obviously, but to me, it is up there with Wayne's World. It really is. It is so fucking funny. And apparently everybody I know that watches it is like, no, it's only funny when I watch it with you. It doesn't translate if you're not there laughing with me, or telling me how great this is. You convinced me that this movie's great all these times. Maybe that's how it happened to me. My friend Seth Hubbard told me about it and started quoting it, and I was dying laughing. And so maybe it was just funny in my mind before I even saw it, somebody queued me up for it.
Right.
And so it's just been fucking hysterical every time since. But yeah, to me, The Ladies' Man is top tier. The only other movie that I think is also critically panned and destroyed is MacGruber. MacGruber is also an SNL sketch, and I've seen this movie. It's not been out as long as Ladies' Man, but it is on the path of being watched as many times as The Ladies' Man. I fucking love that movie, and that to me is top tier SNL, is MacGruber and Ladies' Man. You guys can call me whatever you will, and then maybe Wayne's World, then maybe Blues Brothers, then maybe Coneheads, and the rest, whatever. Well, actually, It's Pat is super top tier after I watch it. I'm gassed up to watch this movie, dude. It's gonna be fucking incredible.
I just love that you and I, when you told me about this movie, I was like,
"To my Ladies' Man or It's Pat?"
No, it's Pat. It's Pat. When you broke down they made an It's Pat movie, I was like, I have zero memory of any of the trailer. I don't remember ever hearing about it. And at least Stuart Saves His Family, I kind of vaguely remember the trailer a little bit. I remember bits and pieces of the movie, whatever. Zero recollection of this. It was it was plucked from my mind by The Matrix. And
yeah.
After watching the trailer, I gotta say, I'm really glad it was gone. I don't know. It's sort of like losing my virginity. Now that I know that exists, I'm forever changed, and I'm not sure if it's for the better yet.
Michael, we're watching this movie. What you're trying to do now is you're trying to set up that you're not going to watch it. But I'm telling you right now, I'm already on to your little, you're trying to set the board so you can weasel out of watching this film. And I'm telling you, I'm already on to your scheme. And it's not going to happen.
No part of that looks entertaining at all. We watched the first minute and a half of the movie, And
we got tricked into watching that.
got
They said it was the trailer, and I was like, what the fuck?
And it was just the first minute and a half of the movie. And they threw out probably, 15, 18, 20 jokes? And how many of them did we even smirk or get a chuckle out of?
All of them.
Not a goddamn one. It was miserable.
People have turned this podcast off. Like, you guys went on a 5-minute tirade about It's Pat, the movie. 1, why do you motherfuckers care? 2, I didn't even know this movie exists. So why have you made me care vicariously through you two idiots? Yes, It's Pat.
Welcome to every conversation we've ever had. That's pretty much it. Is us going off on tangents about stupid shit that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, dude. So, Michael, I know that your list of SNL movies is wrong, but you wouldn't even put MacGruber anywhere near it, would you?
Not my particular flavor. I mean, it's MacGruber is not bad. I just don't like the character of MacGruber. It's just not really my forte.
Hey, Willie Forts. Anyways, but yeah, ladies, man, I'm gonna watch that movie 20 more times in the next couple years, as long as it's on HBO Max. So, yeah, the only other thing, definitely, to pivot off of SNL sketches, but I don't know why Ladies Man is so critically, shit on. Are there any, before I get off of that, are there any other movies that you love that are critically just shit on? Or, box office-wise and...
Well, I mean, I'm a Kevin Smith's fan, so I could name probably about 4 of them.
Yeah. Some of his movies did pretty well critically, at least.
Sure. But, I mean... Even the stuff that he kind of swung for the fences during his experimental period, I'm a huge fan of Tusk. That one was not very, very well received. I'm an even bigger fan of Red State, which I mean almost nobody saw and was very historically panned because he kind of had a meltdown and was like, I'm done making movies and you guys can all go fuck yourself, and we see how that worked out. But those would be 2 that I would think are pretty critically and economically panned. Dark City is another one.
Dark City's a good movie, though. That's the Jennifer Connelly one, right?
Yeah, with Rufus Sewell and
it's like
Kiefer
95,
Sutherland. Yeah. I don't know that it was very well received. I know it did make a whole bunch of money. At best, it maybe broke even, but...
Yeah. No, that was that was kind of a mindfuck of a movie, though, man. It was pretty good, though. It's pre-Matrix-y kind of, so Equilibrium was another one that I actually liked. I think its imagination exceeded its grasp in the sense of it wasn't a big, didn't have a huge budget, but it kind of made it work.
Sure.
Equilibrium was pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
But no, I think every comedy I like is like that, because The Pest is another one that got shit on, Half-Baked, critically. I mean,
right.
Half-Baked opened up against, Titanic, Gladiator. It got whatever it was. It was a bunch of huge movies with that summer that came out.
But the people that went and saw that movie fell in love with it, and it's admittedly that movie has grown into sort of a cult status movie. And it was something that was, at least during my day, was passed around and shown at birthday parties and sleepovers and all the, anytime you were hanging out with friends, somebody had it on VHS or I mean, even there was a point where it was heavily edited, but they would show it on TBS or TNT.
Comedy Central.
Yeah, Comedy Central.
Yeah.
But
not as much as I love pudding. One of my favorite in it.
Yeah. So I think that although that one maybe didn't do so well when it was in theaters, just because, again, I mean, it was opening against Titanic and bunch of other really heavy hitters. I mean, of course, nobody's going to go see that movie except for stoners and people who have nothing but, who are into the pot culture. So
right, and Chappelle fans.
And
he doesn't have the pull like he had back then.
Oh, no.
Even Step Brothers says a 55% on Rotten Tomatoes. And that to me is one of the funniest movies of all time.
I would agree. I mean, a lot of that has to do with the dynamic of John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell just playing off of each other. I mean, it's why they've made so many good movies together. I mean, Step Brothers, they did Talladega, they did...
Well, those 2 were pretty good.
No, those 2 were pretty good.
Holmes and Watson was really bad. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I did forget about Holmes and Watson. That's right.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But whatever, it is what it is. That's after him and Adam McKay, the director, he went on to go do. Adam McKay directed Anchorman, and he directed Step Brothers, and he directed Talladega Nights. He did The Other Guys, and then they kind of had a breakup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he went on to go do what was that movie? The Big Short and Vice.
Oh, yeah,
all that other stuff. All
he
the
wanted to be a real filmmaker.
Yeah, instead of making fart joke movies. But I think that's like the big problem with Step Brothers is people are like, oh, a sub-sophomore and immature, and it just goes on to be 2 hours. Which is like, dude, that movie has a lot of heart too. Like, it's
and
fucking
also,
funny.
what's wrong with immature and
Sub-sophomore?
Sub-sophomore.
I can't spell those words.
I mean, me personally, I love a good dick and fart joke. I really do.
Doesn't?
And especially if it's just two grown men acting silly for 2 hours. I love that. That's the whole basis of the Three Stooges and everything that, every vaudeville act and Abbott and Costello and
It's the whole premise of the movie is that it's just Arrested Development. They have this trauma from their parents splitting and they've never grown the fuck up.
Right.
And what they don't understand is that this lifestyle is a choice. And I relate to that. No, I would like to bring on Angie's kid, Sawyer. Him and I have watched Step Brothers together a lot. And it's one of those, we can make a reference about things that most people won't get. And they'll be like, what are you talking about all the time?
Were you guys smashing pumpkins in the garage?
Yeah, we do all that. Or we'll just get a present and we'll I think we were opening up gifts one day and he's like, bomb it down the fairway, bitches. I'm like, Callaway 3-wood. Like, I know exactly what he's talking about. And most people are like, what the fuck are y'all babbling about? So, anyways. But yeah, I think it's just how it is, man. Like, I think I just like a lot of critically and, I mean, Step Brothers are commercially a success. Like, definitely by word of mouth. Like, a lot of those all-time comedies made so much money back in the day just on like movie rentals and word of mouth and stuff like that.
Well, sure, yeah.
Stayed in rotation at movie galleries and blockbusters and home video and stuff that really got a lot of sequels made and kept a lot of studios afloat.
Well, and that was the big secret of movies back then was, especially during the VHS revolution when every home had their own tape players and you could start When tapes first started coming out, they were, $100, $80 per tape.
Yeah, it was pretty steep back then.
And so that's why places like Blockbuster and Movie Gallery and Home Video all were able to flourish because they would just buy the tapes, loan them out to you for a nominal fee, and then you could. It was genius. It revolutionized the whole business. And so now all of a sudden studios had a second bite at the apple. It wasn't just you release your movie and you run it for as long as it's making money and then it goes away. And maybe in 10 years you can throw it back into theaters if there's really a want for that. But typically that didn't happen. Like something like Gone with the Wind where they would just show it in perpetuity every year wasn't really the norm, No. That wasn't something that happened all the time. So when you bring in these video movie rental places, and then these studios are making more money off of movies that they thought were, that got released in theaters, maybe they didn't do so well, and now all of a sudden they're generating more money in rental sales than they ever did in theaters. Right. It changed the business. I mean, anyway, sorry, that was a wild tangent.
No, you're good, man. It's just kind of cool. Like a lot of these movies kind of found their legs there, and Step Brothers was that way too. It didn't really like take off in the theaters. Like it did well enough, but like it wasn't. It found its legs on home video, and that's why eventually it's kind of like when you go to like your like online video game store, while you can buy like really good old games like Okami or like Street Fighter 2, you can get for like $5 now. Because it's made so much money over the years, and it's like we can pretty much give this to you at a super discounted price because at this point it's paid itself back. So anything that we make off of it is just straight to us. We want to make it accessible. And Step Brothers is that same way. That's why you go find a 3-pack of it, The Other Guys, and Talladega Nights all in one sitting.
Oh, sure. Sure. Yeah.
But anyways, that was a weird tangent. But yeah, me liking shitty movies like that. The other two things I've been watching, which may fall into this category, I've been watching some Reno 911.
Yeah.
I love the movie. The movie is one of the Reno 911 in Miami. I've seen it a lot of times as well. I haven't seen the new one, the Into the Q, where they investigate QAnon. It seems really funny. It's on Paramount Plus. I got to check that one out. But Sawyer and Angie, as you guys well know, Angie's my lovely lady partner, and her son Sawyer moved down from Maryland to Florida, and they had never seen the sketch. Where you from? You don't know Gator. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it split to a double. That mean this gator 50 years old before. That mean this gator been attacked. So you got to come at gator not like a prey, but like a predator. And so they had never seen that.
Oh, this gator dead.
Oh, this gator dead. You scared of that predator? Where you from? You don't know gator. Yeah, that guy rules. So I showed him that, and so that's been quoted around the house a lot too. I'm gonna try to get him to sit down and watch the actual movie. But I've been going back and watching the show, and I fucking love the show, man. Like, anytime you hear it, like, I'll put on some shoes or something like that, and I'm like, what you doing?
And new boot goofing?
Goofing, yeah, new boot goofing. You'll probably see that on the internet somewhere, but that's where it got its start from, is that fucking show, man. So, I've been watching that a lot, and I've been going back and watching the early Workaholics.
Oh, yeah.
I love those boys, man.
Yeah.
Those boys are fucking hilarious to me, man.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, I was actually asking myself this, like, if I had to deal with only one set of crew, would it be the Workaholics or would it be the Always Sunny gang? I might have to hang out with the Workaholics, man. They're just as idiotic, and now they're better people. Like,
true.
They try to care.
That is true. They are better people. However, the Always Sunny gang, like, as shitty people as they are, and like the maelstrom of destruction that they bring everywhere around them, they're always at the very center of the storm, so they're relatively unaffected constantly.
Yeah.
So as bad as it is for everyone else around them, they tend to walk away generally unscathed, and so I would probably have to say the Sunny gang.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's
like they live in a pretty consequence-free world.
Yeah, because they're terrible people. They don't care. They have no remorse for anything. So, but no, I've been going back and watching Workaholics, man. That's my show, man. It's there's just so many little sayings that have entered my vocabulary because of that show. Mm-hmm. That I know that they didn't create it. Well, some of it they did, like the SCO, and like he's talking about the Volvo, and he's like, the Vo's a SCO. Like, SCO is let's go. So and then they just shorten it as the seasons go on. It used to be like, let's go. And then it just, SCO. And now it's like they just throw one finger and SCO. And the Volvo, the Vo is a SCO. Like, and he's talking about taking a poop, and he's like, I'm going to be in here scratching out a growler. Like, and the way he says it, it's so funny. Like, it's just some of the shit that they say with a straight face gets me every fucking time. And I know the joke is coming. Like, I could say it again, like, just scratching out a growler is a fucking funny, those three words together. It's just really fucking funny. So I forgot how much I love those boys. And every time, I've said this on the podcast before, but every time those boys show up in something else, or like Jillian Bell, who's was in like
Workaholics.
Yeah, she was in Workaholics, but she was in 21 Jump Street and 22.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like she'll show up in some of these things, or she was in 22 either way. But like she'll show up in some of these things, and I'm always like, hey, like, good to see you still working, you know. Right. Rebel Wilson was in one episode. Man,
Craig Robinson showing up in
there's a lot of people. Yeah. Ben Stiller showed up in one. So, but so I'm going back and watching some Workaholics, and I genuinely get a kick out of that show very much.
Good. I was really into that show at first. I think it got a little played out at the end. Not that they were recycling material, just it definitely wasn't as good as material as they started with.
Yeah, the first 3 or 4, I think I'm on like 7 seasons or something. Mm-hmm. Like the first 3 or 4 is pretty strong.
Sure, yeah.
And it's still funny after that, but to me, Sunny is kind of the same way. Like, after like Matt getting fat, to me, kind of reinvigorated the series a little bit. And then it's like he turned gay, and now it is natural with any show. It kind of in my opinion, it kind of becomes a shadow of itself.
Sure.
And it doesn't mean it's not funny. It doesn't mean that it's not equally as good. It just has a different feel to it.
It's the Simpsons paradigm. They're so successful that it's never going to get canceled.
Yeah.
But nobody's really entertained by it anymore.
I am personally. But like, also the Simpsons crushes overseas.
Well, that's also true.
Yeah, crushes overseas.
That's also true.
But there's a joke about in order to be an American citizen, you have to take a Simpsons test.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but no, Workaholics is like that for me though, man. I enjoy the first 3 or 4 seasons a lot. Sunny same way, but yeah, I've been on a kick with those. And even then, like, it's also one of those shows that it knows when it's run its course. It's like, hey man, we've had a good run. Like, let's go out. You know, you kind of ask Comedy Central, like, we got one more in us, and after that, like, we'll put a bow on everything and we're out. And it's like, I like when people get that chance. Kind of thing. It's like, we know we're not pulling in the ratings like we used to. But
and plus, if ever, you know, there becomes a huge demand or a resurgence in their popularity, like, it's nothing for Comedy Central to be like, hey, you guys want to come do a, you know, channel exclusive movie?
Right.
Or a mini series or, you know, 3-part epic event or what, you know, whatever. Like, whatever it is that they think that they can, you know, squeeze more money out of and more entertainment value out of, then yeah, why not?
I also just like stories like that. Like, those guys just did improv. It was mail order comedy was their improv group. Mm-hmm. And they just did a bunch of shit online for like YouTube. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of like found some leg. And they had a bunch of different premises. And then like the Workaholics one, they called it something different. But like it just kind of took off.
Yeah.
And then they just kept doing it. And then they got a show out of it. And then before you know it, they got a primetime Netflix deal movie to do a Game Over Man. And it's like, good for you. Like, good for you guys, man. Like, and apparently Adam Devine, I was listening to a comedian tell stories about him. And they were talking about, he used to work the door, I think in Nebraska where he's from. He would work the door at one of the Funny Bones or something like that.
Sure.
And he was just such a good guy to hang out with that they started giving him stage time. Like, other comedians, like, dude, you're pretty fucking funny. Like, you say you want stage time, and they just started giving him stage time. And he just was always appreciative, but it just became him being like a good dude. And I like stories like that. Of like some small town, middle Nebraska kid working the door, schmoozing his way up to the top, and like...
But not like schmoozing like in terms of like trying to get something out of it.
Yeah, just a good hang.
Just trying to, just trying to hang.
Like, hey,
what can I do to help out? Yeah.
Yeah, or like, hey, you guys got any weed around here? He's like, I'll get you some weed. I'm making that up. I'm you know,
allegedly.
I'm just saying maybe that's a scenario that played out. Like, I'll get you some weed. Hang on. Like, so good for him. I like stories like that, and those guys just seem infinitely likable and cool. So shout out to the Workaholics, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I've been watching. Do you want to take a break from our sponsor? I got a good one for us.
Yeah, man. Let's hear from our sponsor.
All right. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsor, The Color Purple.
The movie?
And we are back. We want to thank our sponsor, The Color Purple. Are we talking about the movie? Are we talking about the actual color like they do on Sesame Street? We don't know. We're just thankful, and we appreciate their support. Anyways.
We appreciate green. That's what we appreciate.
We appreciate
sponsorship.
Half of it's red. The other half's blue. You know, whatever.
Ducats. That's what we want.
Yeah, that's what we want.
The color gold.
Right. Anyways, in some other news, did you check? There's a couple trailers or teasers that dropped. Did you see the Black Panther 2 buy your tickets now promo?
Oh, sir, I watched that so many times.
Bro,
I can't wait to see this.
Shit is going to be incredible.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Allegedly, though, I don't want to perpetrate or anything like that. I don't know if this is what white people can do. But apparently, when they showed the funeral of the funeral procession in the previous trailer
for T'Challa, right?
For T'Challa, everyone was dressed in white, so everyone's like, "That's the uniform. It's the Chadwick Boseman Memorial movie."
I'm down.
So I'm gonna put it out there. I'll probably be in a white T-shirt and maybe something else white.
I will as well, because
not trying to culture vulture or anything like that. But hey, man, Chadwick was a gift to all of us. Man.
No,
Chadwick was a gift to all of us.
Yeah, I'm not trying to culture vulture. I'm trying to participate. Like, it's no malice. There's no ill intent there. I just want to be a part of something cool, man.
Yeah, man. So, anyways, yeah, that trailer though.
Yeah,
all white uniform. I will be there. That trailer got me fucking hooked, man. They showed some Ironheart and that shit.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, just Google the newest trailer or YouTube the newest trailer of Black Panther 2, and we'll wait for a second.
That shit was great.
That shit was dope.
That shit was great. Namor floating there with his little ankle winglets. That was great.
Ankle winglets. That's a fun word to say. Ankle winglets.
Yeah. They talk about him being the winged serpent.
The winged serpent. Yeah.
Like. Yeah, the whole point of no, he's not a king, he's not a leader, he's their god. He is their reason for existence. Like, they are so unbelievably devoted to him. Like, we don't stand a chance. And if they're going to follow his every single word and he wants to conquer us, guess what's going to happen? We about to get fucked up.
Yeah, we about to get fucked up. That's the whole thing, is when she tells him to his face, like, I hear what you whisper, that our protector is gone. And it's like, oh shit, he's about to wage war on fucking Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get the fuck up out of here, man. That movie's going to be rugged raw, though. November 11th, be there. Or don't. I don't really care, because I'm going to be.
I will definitely be there.
Yeah, so, Michael, buy us some tickets. Actually, donate money. You can just send us. We don't have a Venmo or anything, but just email us at What You Been Watching Podcast if you want to support our movie-going habits.
That's right.
I will give you my personal address if you are sending me a fucking movie ticket for this shit.
Just put the dollar bills in a manila envelope and send it to What You Been Watching Studios.
Yeah.
We'll make sure it gets spread around appropriately.
Right.
We'll make sure it goes where it needs to go. Don't you worry about that. Once we get it in our mail, it's our money.
The passcode to the door is 69 69 69. Anyways, no, but that looks incredible. The other big teaser trailer is Deadpool 3 got announced, dude.
My God.
And it's like next year.
Yeah, it's coming like March or April of next year, right?
23, whatever it is.
Yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's do this.
And the big news is
what's the big news?
Put it on you, son.
Hit him with it.
Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine.
Now, is anybody really surprised by this?
Not particularly, but at the same time, yes. He always said he would come back like if there was a good reason to, and he's not fucking with the legacy of the movie Logan.
Right.
Like, we know how, like, we've seen the bookend. Like,
right.
it's
right.
Logan, and they've
right.
said that, like, that movie takes place in 2029. Our movie's taking place in this, so whatever. We're not messing with that.
Right.
But we are gonna play with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Which is all we've ever really wanted since the inception of the Deadpool movie from the jump. Like, one was great. It was a great character building and world building, sort of setting the rules and parameters of the sandbox. And then Deadpool 2 was just like, oh, we're going to play in the same sandbox, but here's a bunch more toys to play with.
Right.
And then now we're getting the big, shiny, expensive toy that we all really wanted anyway. So, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it, man.
I am all for watching Ryan Reynolds wisecrack around Hugh Jackman slaughtering people.
It's going to be violent, too. Like, they're going to fuck each other up.
I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be so good.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
So good. And finally, we're going to see, I don't know if there's any truth to this, but allegedly, Deadpool, in some relevance, takes place during the MCU. But that has yet to be seen or tied together.
Yeah, how they're going to connect that, I don't know. I trust them on this one. I really do. I think they're really smart in the fact. I mean, Kevin Feige obviously is the most successful movie producer of all time. Mm-hmm. Just is.
Right.
Like, but like I like the fact that he kind of had a hands-off approach when it came to the actual production of Deadpool 3. Of like, everyone's like, oh, is it going to be rated R? And he assured everyone, like, we're not touching their formula.
Right.
We can put it under Searchlight Pictures. He didn't say this, but we all know. Like, we can put it under Searchlight Pictures, which isn't. It used to be Fox Searchlight. Right. Now it's just Searchlight Pictures. Like, we can do that, and it still is in the MCU because Disney won't put out a rated R movie. We'll put it on the streaming channel, but like, we're not gonna have that attached to it. It's still a part of the MCU, though.
Sure.
So like, we're not like, what they've done is work. It's two of the highest grossing rated R films of all time. Like, it just is. So, like, why would Kevin Feige want to fucking step in and be like, well, we're not going to do it that way anymore? What they're looking for him to do is be the connective tissue. And, like, and I think that's smart in the sense of, like, whatever that stinger is, it's going to be a hell of a stinger at the end. Whatever the teaser is.
Oh, yeah.
Or it might not be, and they go, I don't know, we'll figure it out later.
Sure.
But, like, the writers have all come forth and said that, like, yeah, Kevin Feige, he's not really over our shoulder saying this has to be Disney-fied, this has to be MCU-fied.
Right. He's mostly there in a capacity to talk about certain things like, you can't do this because
the world is,
because it fucks with something we have coming down the line, or plays with the chronology a little bit too much. So he's basically he's not driving the ship. He's just saying, hey, you guys can play as much you want, but here's sort of the parameters of this is a sacred area that you can't really go into for reasons that have yet to be disclosed.
That I'd have to kill you if I told you.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, your cute little Deadpool movie ain't got shit on this box office behemoth. Right. I'm trying to steer into fucking Disney's pocket, so don't fuck with that, and we're good.
Right. Right. Always give right of way to the bigger ship.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think it's dope, man. I'm really excited about it. Their chemistry, obviously, those two, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, are pretty good friends. It was kind of a cute moment in the trailer when they're talking about it, and they play fight, and you can tell Hugh Jackman actually kind of hit Ryan a little hard, and he like genuinely got concerned. He's like, "Oh, buddy," like pats him while they blank out the music or the dialogue, and all you hear is music. But lip readers have already done their toll on it. They don't really say anything like revealing. It's just them.
It's basically like me and you talking, like, and then he fucks him up, and then he's gonna slash him, and then he came in with it, and I was like, yeah, and then they're gonna do that.
Him in the head like
got this here, right?
And I'm stabbing him in the stomach, like, yeah. So
it's like us when we get really hyped up about something.
Pretty much. But no, I'm interested to see how they bring Deadpool into the fold, which kind of I've been watching She-Hulk as well as it's unveiling. We got 2 more episodes left or whatever. But I'm gonna bring it up real quick. We haven't really talked about it that much. This aspect of that show. In episode 1, there's a huge pivotal point that no one on the internet's talking about. They go, by the way, superhumans are popping up everywhere.
Right.
So much so that we need a law division here.
Right.
So like the sandbox, it just with 2 lines of dialogue just went boom. We're bigger now.
Right.
There's shape-shifting wizards or fairies from Asgard and this and that and the third, and like Mr. Immortal shows up, and it's like, and they don't need a backstory for all this. They're just saying, hey, by the way, the sandbox is a lot bigger.
Oh, sure. It's very much in terms of you never know who you're going to meet. It's you cross paths and oh my God, that's Titania, and that's Mr. Fantastic, and over there that's the second Ant-Man or whatever. It's this really not necessarily small world, but like it just became a lot more populated.
Yeah. And with 1 word of dialogue.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not getting a backstory for all these people. It's just so I'm interested to see like how they slide Deadpool into the fold. And he would be a very interesting narrator into the incursion. Almost if they did it kind of like with DC with like, I'm going to get real nerdy here for a second. In the DC universe, there's a character called Psycho Pirate. And he's the only one that's ever aware that there was multiple iterations. Like how Batman used to be one way, and then they reset it for the New 52.
Sure.
And then after New 52, they do Rebirth. He's the only one that remembers these things. If they did that with Deadpool, where it's like, he kind of, but nobody believes him because he's full of shit.
Oh, sort of, what was the Greek sorceress who could tell the future? But Cassandra? Was it Cassandra?
Whatever you say, I'm going to shake my head.
I think it's Cassandra. Yeah, she could tell the future, but her curse was that no one would ever believe her.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, like maybe Deadpool can, like he remembers the Roger Corman Fantastic Four, or remembers like the 1968 animated Spider-Man universe, or remembers whatever.
Or that X-Men used to be a part of Fox.
Right.
Whatever. You know, like he might be the gatekeeper of that one, but I'm really interested to see how they do it, man. It's going to be everyone's going to go see this fucking movie. Like, I mean, let's be real.
Pretty much everyone who's a comic book fan and worth their salt will be, yeah. I don't know that it might not have the same appeal for the general audience, but at this point it's kind of hard not to know who Wolverine is at the very least. So even if you had no interest in Deadpool before, you hear the name Wolverine and Hugh Jackman and you're like, all right, let's go see what's going on with this foul-mouthed mercenary.
I think most people like Ryan Reynolds.
I agree.
He kind of grew into it. He was for a long time like very, again, like a McGruber or something like that, in the sense of it was very one note, like very quippy, very this, and he was cast in that role a lot.
Sure.
And if that was funny to you, then he was the funniest fucking person on the planet.
Yeah, he was
like Danny McBride is kind of the same way. Where it's like, if this shit is funny to you, then this guy's going to be fucking hysterical. But he kind of never outgrew that until like much later when he finally got Deadpool, where he got the perfect role for it to like kind of all line up. He was really good in Waiting, but then he did Waiting in every single role there forward. You know,
Ryan
Reynolds did at least.
He was the snarky, sardonic, witty frat boy in kind of every movie.
Yeah, and it's fine, but like now he's kind of gotten old enough, and like the Mint Mobile and all that stuff, he's genuinely likable. So I know a lot of people that don't give a fuck about superhero movies that genuinely like Ryan Reynolds, and Deadpool for that reason. So I think everyone's gonna go see this movie, man. I know we didn't like drop any serious hammers onto what, but I brought up She-Hulk in the sense of the fact that like the world is bigger, and I like the fact that they just go, hey, guess what? You've watched this for 25 movies and 8 TV shows now.
Right.
There's hundreds upon hundreds of hours of Marvel content. Like, it's just bigger because we say so.
Right.
And it's not, but they didn't do it in a way that's insulting to the audience. It's like, obviously it's bigger. We think that only the 12 people that we're following at a time are the only superhumans on the planet. Like, fuck no.
Right.
This shit is an explosion, and we don't have time to cover all of it.
Right.
Like,
there's a whole world outside of just the realm of the things that we've chosen to pay attention to.
There's already the superhero fatigue in, critics and stuff are like, oh, I'm tired of this shit. So it's like, we're not telling you all of these stories, man.
Right.
Like, color in. We'll give you the picture you can paint in the.
Right.
We'll even give you the numbers. You can paint by numbers on this one. Figure it out. So, I'm all about it though, man.
Yeah. Do you think finally we might get to see Hugh Jackman in the classic costume?
Man, I fucking hope so.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, that would be the time to do it, right?
I really do. I mean, they tease it in the Wolverine and the deleted features on the DVD, which is cool. Like, I'm glad that exists, but like, let's
actually put the mask on and the do you want the blue and gold or the yellow and gold suit, or brown and gold suit?
Man, I'm a big fan of the tan one. You know what I mean? The brown and light brown combination.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they go yellow and black or yellow and dark blue, I'm fine with that too, man. Like, I like the brown one the best. But
as long as we just get the wing mask and the
give me all
boots
that shit.
And all the
bro, give me all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, again, if we're gonna buy a world where we can, I mean, Ryan Reynolds, ostensibly one of the most attractive men on the planet at this point, and he has a whole movie where his entire face is covered, and it's sold, and people went and saw it. So I think we can probably afford to put a mask on ostensibly the other hottest person on the planet.
Yeah, both have been marked as the sexiest man alive.
Sexiest man alive, yeah.
So, yeah. I'm for it, though, man. Deadpool 3, coming soon.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, my guy?
I also enjoy tennis.
Also, I like tennis. Well, cool. On that note, thank you very much for listening. Partaking in us, what am I trying to say here? Partaking in the what you've been watching.
Letting us play our silly little games.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. On that note, go see a movie.
And talk about it with somebody that you love.
Deuces.